deafen myself for a second.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello. I think I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
There's a delay, I think.
Okay. I don't know why
I got a
my
15
team.
second delay because I can hear myself in the background. Yes.
Yeah, hold on. Default.
Well, it's twice I heard myself now.
Yeah, I can hear myself in your. Does that automatically load up TeamSpeak for you?
No. TeamSpeak's a separate program.
The hell is going on?
I don't know.
Okay, do you think we should just are you familiar with Discord?
I am. I'm not a big fan of it, unfortunately.
Oh fuck.
I think there's some other problem.
Let me exit out. Okay, hold on.
Why do we have two? Rejoin?
Yeah, maybe. I'm just gonna reload.
Hmm.
How's it sound now?
Perfect.
Cool.
I don't hear any doubles either. That's it's perfect. I mean, that's my audio is crisp.
Yeah, thank God for a Razer mic. I like Tyler's profile. Oh, that made me laugh. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so this is the program that I've used before. I've usually used it and Roll20 simultaneously, but after using Roll20 for 150 hours, I decided I really didn't like how it worked. I mean, I liked the maps, being able to see the maps, but then you get into arguments about squares and stuff, and the tokens I think are just retarded. So, but one cool thing was getting the music and the lighting, and you could limit range of view and stuff. But I'm a big fan of Theater of the Mind because I usually do a bunch of one shots with the OSG on Facebook, and it just seems to work out pretty well that way. Most people can adapt pretty well to it. Cuts down on prep time too. Have you guys used Google Hangouts before?
No, this is my first time doing it.
Yeah. There's a thing I can do on the top left corner. It says screen share, and I could actually pull up a picture out of my computer, like a map, and I should be able to put it up on the screen. Try that now.
Let's see if this updates. Nope. No.
There it is. So here's a map.
Oh shit, I clicked the Roll20.
Screen share. But it doesn't do it like that. Okay, I gotta open that one. Why can't I screen share that?
So has anyone been on r/all and you see Hearthstone just freaking out over the past week?
No, why?
Can you guys see the map now?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw it for half a second.
How
Right.
big is it? Is it
Okay, no, I
tiny,
gotta
tiny?
select you. I gotta select you.
Okay,
So
yeah, if I select you, I can see it. It's probably about,
Like 4x4? Or is it smaller than that?
it looks like you're
yeah.
opening up your
Like,
image.
I see your desktop, is what I see.
Yeah, I see your desktop.
Your desktop takes about 80% of the screen.
What about now?
Now I see it, it's taken up about
A third?
a
Yeah.
little less.
Let's see. Hmm. About half now?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Alright, cool. Well, we'll play with it. See if I can draw it. Oops. Let's see, crop.
Well, this kind of works because the character I did have in mind for this campaign was a sailor.
Shows what you know, we might be getting off a ship and never seeing water again.
Yeah, actually,
No.
I do have a campaign that's been kind of the thing I've done like 150 hours of. So I have something in my back pocket if we need to go there, like if nobody has opinions. But with this session 0, what I wanted to see was what you guys wanted to play, and then figure out what doesn't fit, and that way everyone gets or at least almost everybody gets what they want. So like if everybody wants to play Tiefling, Paladin, Warlocks or something, we could figure out a genre that fits that or something. But like the homebrew campaign that I've run was called Darkness and Erlander, and basically it was the church versus evil kind of deal. But then there was like a little bit of intrigue in the background, and there was some other stuff. And so if you're walking in and you're a magic user, you're kind of like the witch that would get burned at the stake kind of thing. So that really doesn't work for everybody. So I've got a bunch of different campaigns I could run as far
I
as,
actually have a light cleric that kind of fits into that, where like basically he's part of the Inquisition hunting witches.
right. And then another version, I have it's not as fleshed out, and I've never run anybody through it yet. But I have another version where I have it's a world where all the cities are run by magic users, or almost all of the cities are run by magic users, and so they're like the government, the high end mages,
You're talking
and
like a high magistrate.
right. And so even people with only a little bit of magic, or have like a higher status in society than people that don't. And so basically, all these different city states kind of fight each other for control and different objectives and things. And what's interesting is, even though there's only a certain number of indigenous races to the planet, because all this magic's flying around, all kinds of individual strange things can be summoned in. So like you could have your tieflings, you could have your gnomes, and different things because they've been brought in because of magic. And so there's that one, and then there's another one where basically it's a fairly standard D&D world, but there's a cataclysm, and so society breaks down, and it's kind of more of a riot and bad things happen kind of situation. But we can do different things. I've even been a player in one where we were all Gith Yankee, and
Ugh.
Yeah, yeah, very evil campaign, but that's one that I tend not to. I don't mind evil campaigns, but they kind of get it silly after a while.
They like what I was thinking the other day, and I was like, what's the one thing I haven't played? And I was like, Druid. That's it.
You know,
I've
druids are
never
really
played.
powerful.
I've never played a druid, and I was like, you know what? We'll make a druid, and then I was like, I'll just. The great thing about druids is that they're very malleable.
Hmm. Well, I think that the druids and bards in 5e, if you've never played either of those classes, now's the time because this is the best it's ever been for those two classes.
I heard like horrors of second edition bards.
Second edition, yeah,
If anything from that movie that I watched, that was an official D&D movie.
yeah. I mean, bards were just never that great, in my opinion. This is the first one. Did you guys watch Critical Role at all?
Yeah,
Yeah,
The
I've watched it.
Scanlan character is a bard, and he's just really. I mean, he's pretty high level, so he should be kicking some ass. But
I mean, when you get
the
to poach like spells from other spell lists,
yeah,
it
the
gets
lore bard.
pretty
Yeah.
insane.
I don't like the Valor Bard as it stands right now very much because you're basically relegating yourself to a secondary damage dealer. You know, it's like you and the bear can fight over here. Yeah.
I like druids. I like druids because it's like I'm looking at. I'm like I could be a healer when I need to be,
Hmm.
or I can be a minumancer.
Yeah. The control aspects are pretty popular too because you got like the grasping vines and entangles and different things and then yeah, so healing is okay but not the best, but it's better than there are a lot of classes that have healing now, so
Yeah.
but you could do it in a pinch and be a valuable person.
Did you see what they did for wizards and the unearthed arcana?
You mean the faith one?
Yeah. I was
Yeah, I
like
saw that.
I was like, okay, give wizards healing. Why not we just throw everything to the curve?
Well, there was a sorcerer they reflavored and called it a what favored soul.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
you're a sorcerer because Jesus said so. And that's basically what it is. Jesus
Yeah,
says you have
but
magic
but
now.
I actually I've never played them, but I kind of like put some thought to like
Oh,
what
I
a character
played.
like that would be. Like an Asimar
I
favorite soul would be kind of cool.
I
I
looked at
played.
them and they seem to be a little overpowered, to be honest. When the last time I looked at it.
I played a favored soul sorcerer when I was when our support was kind of iffy and new to the game, so I played a favored soul life sorcerer. But
Hmm.
by the end, what I was doing was with the medium plate and everything, and all the sorcerer like avoidance spells. I was a pretty damn good Gish build.
Really
Yeah, because enemies just had disadvantage on me, and with medium armor and a shield with some high dex, I could get up to 19 AC.
nice. Yeah, favorite soul is pretty good. Storm sorcerer is pretty good, but I wouldn't say like if I were trying to min max and try to be the best character I could be. I don't think a sorcerer would be in the cards. But a sorcerer is
If you
pretty
want to be
cool.
really, if you want to be really blasty, then sorcerer is amazing because
Because twin
Yeah,
spell and heightened
the
spell.
draconic heritage too. I mean,
yeah. Just pick fire. Just pick fire.
or I know that frost really scales well at lower levels.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
frost. Yeah. The cone is nice.
The cantrip is pretty cool. The new one from Elemental Evil,
Which one?
the one that requires a con saving throw, it deals damage, and if they fail, I think they have disadvantage on the next attack.
Oh yeah, that'd be bad. Sounds like guiding light or guiding bolt or something. Except that I guess that'd be the reverse. It gives advantage to the next person who attacks that creature. I like guiding bolt. That's a good spell, especially if you have a rogue in your party and you work out your initiatives just right.
One of my favorite spells in that book is the probably the magic stone.
Really?
Yeah, because it's just like, okay, let me enchant 3 stones. I can toss them over to my party members. We throw them, And not only is it instead my attack spell a spell attack roll using my stats, but also deals 1d6 plus my spell modifier. And Enchant the Stones takes a bonus action. But it's a nice because most druid cantrips that damage are either um the flame, the produce flame, but that takes 2 actions to attack, or some kind of saving throw, or you have to get up in their face.
Yeah. Whoops, what happened there?
Screenception.
Seriously. That's weird.
Do
Why is it
don't
doing
ever
that?
select you. Don't ever select
Yeah, never
yourself.
select you. It's just a bad idea, clearly.
There we go. So yeah, so I have some different ideas about campaigns I wouldn't mind running, but I want to hear what your guys' ideas are because if you all want to be rogues and rangers or something, maybe there's just I could tailor something specific to that. What I want to try to avoid though is um, I ran a couple, the modules they put out. I ran a couple for Horde of the Dragon Queen,
Mm-hmm.
and I was getting Tiefling monk guys who have a secret desire to destroy the group, and it was like, that's not the game I want to play.
Yeah,
So
play as most of the time. Play what you want, but don't actively work against the party.
right.
That's
So I don't mind if you have a ulterior motives, like you're actually trying to do something else. But if you're actually working against the party, it's like, I don't see. If I was reading a book, I want to be able to want to read the story. You know,
No,
so if you're trying to actually like bring the party to your god's altar and sacrifice them, then that's not the game I want to play. Or some such thing.
no. The thing I think was like the most evil thing I've done is I'm not even evil. I'm a warlock
Hmm.
in an Out of the Abyss campaign, and I'm an undying warlock. So my patron is a Draco Leech, and I was like, wait, there's a missing red dragon egg, and I was like, well, I imagine my patron would want that
Hmm.
just for a backup body and a servant.
Yeah,
So
that
now,
that kind of stuff's okay as long as the egg wasn't the goal of the whole party or something.
you know,
Like, um, so yeah.
can we roll stats on here? Alexander, you there?
There we go. I'm hearing people now.
oh, we have a second Alexander now.
Yeah, we have a second Alexander.
That won't get
Actually, that's
confusing at all.
no, that's me.
Oh
That's weird.
well, I have two of them.
There's something. One of the apps is having a hard time. Oh well. Toolbox. He's muted.
I like how I've just been flipping you off for the past 5 minutes. I had forgotten that was my picture. I haven't done a. I think this is the first time I've ever used this program.
It's tied into your Google Plus, so
Yeah, and I don't think I've been on Google Plus since like a month after they released it.
It's weird.
Oh, now you're big.
Yeah. So so yeah, we've got some different options for campaigns. I'm very interested in flavoring the individual characters a lot. So like, you don't have to necessarily play the cookie cutter version that you're given in the books. So like for instance, Grog is a pretty classic barbarian, but if you want to do a barbarian that's actually like,
what's the guy's name from Venture Brothers? Rock?
Yeah, Brock Sampson.
Yeah, Brock Sampson. Just be that kind of barbarian.
Well, yeah,
DMs
the
have.
thing about Grog is stupid. Barbarians aren't.
Oh, I think he's
Yeah, he's having
switching over.
connectivity problems or something.
The camera kills the feed.
Apparently so.
Wasn't there other people too?
Well, the Reddit. I'm looking at the Reddit. Where'd it go? I had it a second ago. What the hell? Let me pull it back up. The Reddit post he put out had like 15 or so replies, but he only sent the invite to two of us.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering, and he's having troubles too. You're
Yeah,
back.
yeah. I don't know. Something's going on. I must be hitting a cable or something. Um,
Like, is your internet crapping out, or is it just this?
usually I roll it thanks a lot. So I need to
I have no idea what you just said.
like roll to pretty good. Played it for 3 years. Stopped playing it recently though. Uh, what I'm talking about the barbarian. Like,
Yeah, you might want to try killing the camera because I think that's sucking up all your bandwidth. And just go voice for a bit, see if that changes.
help.
Yeah, your voice just got a lot better.
Okay, so that makes this the problem. So, so yeah, I heard about this one version of a barbarian where you could use other character classes too. But basically, you know how barbarian rage is?
Yeah.
They flavored the uh, barbarian so that it was actually like a more normal guy that would actually take a potion, and then that would create the rage effect.
Oh yeah, you just
Sort of like a main
insert
character.
rage juice.
Right, exactly. So there's all kinds of different, like there's all kinds of spell effects that you could flavor to be it'd just be flavoring. The math would still be the same, but
Yeah,
you could
it's
describe
fine to
your
layer
power
pretty
different.
onto mechanics.
Right.
So question: is it just the only two of us that responded to the Reddit post? We were just it was kind of it's like 1 minute till game time, or is it?
Well, yeah, it's 1 minute till session zero, but yeah, I thought there'd be more than two. I think he might have went down. Yep, he's down.
Fuck.
It might be this Google Hangout stuff. I mean, this is the first time this is the first time I've used it, and I've never really had problems with anything else. You might want to try like starting up a Discord or something.
Yeah, he was. I know you said you had problems with that though,
Oh, really?
or he just didn't like it. I don't know.
Yeah, I like it. It works pretty well for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, whatever everybody can use.
But I'm gonna have to reload my modem and everything because this is too many. This is bad connection or something. So what I was saying, I cut off again, was there's probably more than we're gonna be able to bring in. Um, but I was just testing out this Google. I haven't used it in 4 months, so I just wanted to make sure nothing was changed and I have all the updates uploaded and stuff. So I wanted to make sure everything was working for tonight. But yeah, at 9:30, I'll do exactly what I did, and I'll post a link and then basically I think we have 8 or 9 respondents, I think, and we'll take the first 6. So shouldn't be a
Okay.
problem. My guess is a couple people won't show up. It'll work out just right.
Oh, this is 9:30 Pacific time. Okay,
Yeah.
I was so confused for a second.
Yeah, I kind of thought time went the other way. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
So
okay.
right now it's 5:30 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 hours from now.
Okay, so that's gonna be 12:30 for me.
Yeah, that might be a no go for me because that's 11:30.
Well, I understand. It's especially if you're working or going to school, it can
Yeah,
be tough. But
I thought it was the other way to where it would be 7:30 my time.
yeah, no.
Oh, so,
The sun goes from east to west.
Yeah, I forget that direction sometimes.
Yeah, no problem.
I can probably handle it. I don't know. I'll have to look at my schedule
Yeah,
for school again. But
do
like,
whatever is healthy for you guys. But I'll send the link out either way, and you guys can choose to accept it or not. It's fine. I'm not going to get butthurt about anything on the first session 0.
okay.
All
But
right.
So
but if you do show up and you do take a spot, then try to be sure that's something you want to do for a period of time because I want to do more than just a one shot.
that's fine. Honestly, I've been looking for, I want to say like different DMs because most of my DMs, I want to say that they forget that they're dealing with PCs who are not immortal or like don't want to be railroaded on the. Well, I feel like I'm railroaded with every other DM I do with because it gets kind of annoying
Mm-hmm.
and
Well,
it's just like
I tend to all well in a campaign like this, I'm always sandbox. In other words, you can do whatever you want, and I'm gonna design around you. But like on the one shots on the OSG on Facebook, when you're
mhm,
dealing with a one shot, you don't have it's a railroad by design
mhm,
because you're basically given a setting and a mission, and then you can play with your character within its little area. But like you can decide how to fight a battle, but the fact that there's an objective and this is what you're doing, that's the whole point of the one shot because you only have like 3 or 4 hours to get it done, and then that's it. So that gets a little railroady, but any kind of campaign where you're just in this world, like if you want to go chase the plot hook that I give you, I'm just going to steal your plot hooks that you gave me in your backstory and use those. Yeah, that's fine. So
God, they're like, when you DM a lot and then you're like, yeah, I'll show you the ropes and everything. Because this one guy, like, we have a big group of friends on Roll20, and they were like, why don't we just do a West Marches style campaign? And I'm like, okay, but I'm not DMing like every single time you guys want to get up together. And now he's asking me questions again.
yeah, I definitely would like to do some more stuff. I have kids and I've got to do other things, so I'm stuck with my time limitation because I've tried to do like the Sunday morning game, and then invariably the wife wants to go out or do whatever she wants to do, and it's like it causes conflict. So I'm stuck with the nighttime schedules, but I don't mind DMing. I like that part because I like creating the worlds and the micro rules, but if you start losing people, like they don't want to play anymore, it gets tough because then you kind of have to abandon what you're doing. The
Yeah.
last the last one I did, I ran for all of last summer basically. So it was like 20 episodes of 3 to 5 hours each, and we had all these great characters, and then I lost like 2 characters in 1 week, and I brought in some new people, and then they just totally graffitied me. They just did all kinds of stupid things, and
So
the people that I had been doing sticking with me got tired of that because they didn't want to be dealing with the shenanigans. They bailed too.
so by the way, I think I should say this right now. I think your face cam or everything is taking up a lot of your like connection because it's as when you started to put it on, it started to slow it down. like your voice quality.
Is that any better?
Yeah, because you were going all robot like voice. You were getting those kind of like breakups in
All
your
right.
Yeah.
voice
When
chat.
when I restart my computer and the modem and everything, that should open up some space too. But yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Well,
I think I can do the screen share without the camera working too, so
yeah.
I think I can do that. But I've used this computer and setup to do this, so I don't expect there to be any problem. Even though I'm having problems right now, I don't think it'll be a habitual thing.
Yeah.
So
um,
Tyler, where were you
Go ahead.
playing?
Um, I've actually been really wanting to do a Death Domain cleric for a while,
Ooh.
just because
So
everyone's told me I couldn't.
no, you could definitely do that. But the thing is, I know you might not be able to do this, but if you were to, I've stolen a deity out of the books and also Critical Role. So there is a god of called the Raven Queen,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
and so that would be a death domain for sure.
Well, I
Yeah,
kind
she's
of worked it out to where um, I cheated and got the power or something. Basically, like the little background I wrote, um, this cult was trying to sacrifice me to be the vessel of their god, and I escaped before the ritual was complete. But my soul is still tied to him, so that's how I had the power.
Hmm. And you didn't want to do that as a warlock or a sorcerer?
Well, I mean, I've played warlocks and sorcerers before. I've never been able to play the Death Domain cleric. But I mean, yeah, the Raven Queen could probably work too.
Well, the only problem with the Raven Queen idea is that she's against resurrection and hates undead.
Oh yeah, well
So
that would be a problem with that.
I'm guessing if you created undead, that'd be a bad thing. But
Yeah, it would.
we could try to do some sort of right around, like make it a little different or something.
well, there should be a god in the Faroum or whatever you call it, pantheon, and I remember him being a god of just death. He was neutral. He was lawfully neutral, and he was just death. Let's see. I'm trying to remember his name.
In Greyhawk, it's Kellenvor. But that so
Elemental
if
evil.
we're creating a campaign, we can just make it that god and do
It's
it.
in Greyhawk it's Weejas. That is a lawful neutral.
No, here it is. Kelevmor,
Yeah,
god of the
Kellenvor.
dead.
That's Greyhawk.
He's lawfully neutral, so I guess he just doesn't care.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Or
I see him now. Yeah.
Hold on. Wait, I got the Sword Coast Adventures guide here. Let me read up on his portfolio. Hmm.
I'll be a second.
So you think you're gonna stay with us, Tyler?
Um, Honestly, if you could move it back an hour, I could. Otherwise, I'm probably not gonna be able to make it.
Yeah, I understand that.
Because I messed up at the time. I thought games would be starting at 7:30, which would have been great. But I mean, I can start at 10:30 and be fine. But 11:30 might be pushing
Again, okay, so Kelevmor despises death. Undead.
it.
Oh man, death is nice. What if you want to just make undead just to help serve the community better? We could always go for the 5 wizards. Do you know what an Arakorka is?
Eric Corica? No.
It is
Not off the top of
a
my head.
it's a bird person.
Oh, the Arakoa, yeah. They're in the Sword Coast, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to play. I want my character ideal for this campaign is one of those as a druid, and he's fashioned after the blue and yellow, blue and gold Markabe or whatever they're called, and he's a sailor, so that's fun. You know what really didn't make sense to me is how the Undying patron did not get the animate dead spell.
The Undying One.
It's specifically meant for like your patron is a leech or something like that, and they get some pretty uninspiring spells.
uh, yeah, they don't really have any resurrection spells, do they?
Yeah, or not like that. I mean like create undead spells.
Yeah.
But I'm playing mine because it fits my character in the other campaign. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get something to drink.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Alright, just playing with some settings. Wife came home, so I'm starting dinner. Tacos. Taco Tuesday. So, any thoughts about whether you're gonna show up tonight, or is it just too
Um,
late?
Honestly, if the game could be moved forward an or earlier an hour, I could be able to do it, but not at the current time. No.
Yeah, I understand. The only my problem is my kids are still up, and so it would be so distracting to try to do that at the same time.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I
I gotta get
understand.
up
It's
for that. So I tried to do this at other times, and it just doesn't work. They're yelling, and if I have to put them to bed or do something for them, then I gotta stop the game, and that's not fair to you guys.
yeah.
Oh well,
All
but
right, man. Well, thanks for the invite anyway.
yeah, no problem.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
Hey, baby girl, how you feeling? Hey, Kira, how you feeling? Whoops. Would you like a shirt? Little unicorn shirt?
I'm back.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm good.
Cooking tacos.
So I guess I can tell you so far what I have.
Sure.
Um, so far I have an Aarakocra, however you pronounce the bird man,
Sure.
and he's a druid.
Okay.
And I made him for level 1 sailor with a chaotic good alignment.
What's the thought behind the background?
The background, kind of like
Is it
I was
mechanic
like,
bump or is it this RP bump or what?
well, it's like I could make him a hermit; it would fit better. But I was like, okay, hermit druid, that's been done before, so many times. So instead, I'm just saying that he kind of lived his life on the sea, so he's very used to being at the nature's world's beck or at the nature's throats or nature world's mercy. And how he's a druid, it's just what his tradition of his people was. He was brought in up with, so he just has that tradition with him while he was sailing. And for my personality traits, I enjoy sailing into a new port and making new friends over a flag and a veil. My ideal, obviously, is freedom. Um, my bonds is I'll always remember my first ship. And my flaw goes along with my personality trait, which is once I start drinking, it's hard for me to stop.
The drunken bird.
A drunken bird, and and how this character's appearance is. He's like a golden blue parrot.
Cool. So you can
Yeah.
rename the race if you want. I don't have any issues with that. It sounds like if we're going to do that, we're going to need to do the mage run world as opposed to the church run world,
Mhm.
because you can be explained as that you've been somehow summoned in or bound to somebody. That makes sense.
Mhm.
Got my little daughter here showing me her drink bottle. So,
Sounds like
so there's going to
four.
be some drawbacks to have a flying character. Obviously, there's some
Yeah.
good things too, but especially at like low levels with sleep
Yeah.
spells and things. Um, so be careful.
Yeah, I know the rule of thumb is at least keep yourself 10 feet off the ground unless you're traveling.
Yeah, because you're not a good ground character, I don't think, as far as
No,
it might correct me if I'm wrong. The Aarakocra's hands, are they wings or are they hands?
They're hands.
Or what
They
do
have
you
like
want to say they are? Because technically, we
they
can design a bird race for you.
uh let's just say that they're like traditional Arakoa. They have the four appendages.
So two wings, two legs.
Yeah. Or no,
Okay.
like no, like they have the four appendages, like the grasping appendages, and then they have the wings on the back. That's
All
what I was
right.
gonna say.
That's a victim of me being old because the Aarakocra has changed over the years.
Well, actually, if you look in the Elemental Evil,
Uh
there's an
huh.
Elemental Evil player's companion,
Right.
and they're outlined in there.
Right. I'm aware that they were a new thing, but I'm just the reason I thought they only had two wings and two legs was because of an old version.
Yeah,
But yeah, I knew it was there. A lot of people got excited about it when because the fly speed's like 50, and they were
yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be great." And it's like immediately guys like me are like, "Well, I can see some downsides to that." Apple juice, baby. So it's like, oh yeah, sure, sleep spell has a range of whatever it is, 60, 90,
I'm gonna have to
120,
mute my
whatever.
mic for a second.
No problem. So yeah, the sleep spell is pretty long range. You got command, hold person. All those are relatively low level spells. And then I don't think. All right, hold on. An Aarakocra barbarian would be interesting.
I'm back. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. An Aarakocra barbarian would be kind of interesting because then at least you have damage reduction.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, but pretty much my ideal thing is being minion based, and then
What does that mean?
being
Oh, having minions. Got it.
yeah, Miniomancer, whatever,
Yeah, sure.
summoning spells, and then being a safe distance, at least a little bit off the ground, commanding them, and then using my other spells as support.
So you'd be Circle of the Land or whatever.
Yeah, I'm thinking, obviously,
I
for
wonder why.
RP wise,
I mean, I know
Coast.
that the Circle of the Moon is pretty OP for a tanking kind of thing, but I'm surprised more people don't go Circle of Land because the extra spells and everything.
Yeah,
I kind of, I
well,
mean, like if I was doing a druid, I like the idea of the transformation, but most of the creatures that you turn into are kind of, you know.
I mean, a level 8 wizard can technically beat you. All you have to do is cast Polymorph on the party fighter at level 8, and they can become a Tyrannosaurus or Sex. Rex. Wow, I am terrible today.
I'm gonna have to do some looking up on Eric Coca then. Do druids get increased movement speed, or is that just barbarian?
Barbarian and Monk.
So, oh, it's wood elf, and barbarian and monk, right?
hmm
Yeah. Just spilled a bunch of ground beef. So besides flight, what else can Aarakocra do? They have the Talon attack as like a
Mhm.
unarmed attack. But what else? Any
They
bumps?
Dex +2 and Wisdom +1.
Ooh, wisdom. That's nice. You don't see very many characters that get wisdom bumps.
Mhm.
Trying to think if there are any. Maybe dwarf, maybe.
Dwarf, Wood Elf,
What about halfling?
Halfling no, but Aesmer do.
Asimar, yeah.
Actually, yeah, yeah. The halfling, there's a Ghostwise halfling in the Skag.
What's that?
It's like a offshoot of halflings in the Forgotten Realms that got separated early on, and they're interesting is they
Is
can
that a homebrew
communicate.
thing, or is that something that they've published?
That's something that they published. It's in the Sword
Oh,
Coast
how do
Adventurer's
you
Guide.
how do you spell that?
Ghostwise.
Ghostwise and Skag, huh?
hmm I'll read you their bonus because I have it right here. I can give you a PDF of the book if you need it.
I can look it up. It won't be that hard.
Here it is. Ghostwise halflings trace their ancestry back to a war among halfling tribes that sent their ancestors into flight from Lurin. Ghostwise halflings are the rarest of the hidden, found only in the Candlewood and a few other isolated forests clustered in tight-knit clans. Many Ghostwise clans select a natural landmark as the center of their territory, and the members carry a piece of the landmark with them at all times. Your in the sub races, your wisdom ability score increases by 1, and you have silent speech, so you can telepathically speak with any creature within 30 feet of you.
That's icky. The guy's not moving his lips. He's just thinking. Bethany, did you want to make guacamole? Or you want me to make guacamole? Sorry about that. Forgot you were listening. Sitting there
It's all right.
chewing into the mic. A tomato had to be eaten. Look, the avocado pit split in two for some reason. What the? Who said that? Who wrote that? I don't know how that jives with her overall political view, but just on style points, it's funny as hell. How many avocados do you want done? You want all four done? Okay.
I'm gonna mute my mic and take off my headphones. So
All right.
for a while. So
Have a good one.
3 hours, 3.5 hours from now.
Yeah, it's 6:05 now, so yeah, 3.5 hours.
Okay.
I've never had avocados whose pits split when you cut into them. All right, guys, you ready to make your tacos? Yeah. I don't make your food anymore. Why'd you throw the syringe away?